If you enjoy these videos, please like and subscribe.
All right, this week I am bringing the Defenders. So I have Doctor Strange and Valkyrie being accompanied by Taskmaster, and that's going to allow me to bring the Defender affiliation. Then we have Ironman and Toad. So I needed 16 points worth from what I had on that list. I realized I brought quite a few high-powered characters, which would be great for the last game, but not so great for this one. And I wanted to try to get the Defenders in, so that's why we have them this week. I'm hoping I can use the leadership ability to some great effects. That's really good for annoying the opponent there, and we'll see what happens. So my team tactics this week are Climbing Gear, 1-2 Punch, Doomed Prophecy, Pentagram Afarala, and Follow Me. I have a good idea how I'm going to use a lot of these. The Pentagram is a good movement technique. Climbing Gear also allows me to scale buildings like I was a wall crawler or a flyer. And the other ones I'm hoping will, again, just help me during specific situations where I need to augment my combat or I need to augment what's happening in the situation at the time. So we'll see how they go, and I'm having high hopes that this team will be successful this week.
Today I am bringing the X-Men with Storm as the leader, Wolverine, Beast, Black Widow, and Enchantress. Last week, Andy beat me pretty badly, so I'm really making a plan and trying to make sure that I do a lot better this week. I'm hoping that Enchantress will kind of give me that edge I need. I'm hoping she'll be able to take some tokens away from his side, and we'll see how it goes. The team tactics I'm bringing are Weapon X Program, Exceptional Healing, Bitter Rivals, Recalibration Matrix, and Trip Up. Weapon X Program and Exceptional Healing, Wolverine cards. Bitter Rivals I've used before. I think it's pretty good. Recalibration Matrix and Trip Up I've never used before, but I was looking for a couple of cards that were just easy to use. Sometimes I feel like I pick ones that the stars all have to be aligned, and I just wanted simplicity for this game. We've never played this scenario before, so we'll see how it goes.
So as you watch the game, you may be asking yourself, when do they use these abilities? Well, we don't. And to be honest, we forgot. There's lots of reasons why. There's lots of good excuses why. But we were a little preoccupied with figuring out the rules, and we forgot this. So this is our bad. We promise next game they will be back.
Round 1, I have priority. I'm going to start with Black Widow. She is going to move over there to the unregistered superhuman and pick him up. Try to save him from
I got you.
the evil clutches of the other side.
This is a jailbreak, people, and we're not the ones that broke them out of jail, so that makes them the criminals.
So then she's going to move over there.
So what exactly are those, Nikki?
Those are security access points. So whoever controls, there's 3 of them, and whoever controls the most, so 2 out of 3 at least, can get points for the database access, which is secure on the other side of the board.
Right, so right now we're just grabbing unregistered superhumans, but we're about to start grabbing the security. So you don't get the points unless you have the database access, which is where Storm is hitting for right now. But you've got to control more security access points, and that was mislabeled on the map, and that confused us a little bit at first.
Yeah. And we were kind of like fumbling along these first few moves, not really quite getting it, but then I think this is around the time we were like, oh.
Yeah, it didn't feel right that you weren't paying. I thought you had to pay a point for that, and it didn't make any sense because you had to have the security ones first. So that's when we kind of reread the rules and like, okay, mislabel, and we understood what they were trying to get at here.
And Storm's a flyer, so that's why I chose her for that high building over there.
Yeah. So Doctor Strange is actually going to be the first person here to make an attempt for a security access point. It's an energy defense roll, so more crits or wilds than the number of people trying to control it, or who are contesting it, I'm sorry.
And I didn't realize, like, not having hits a part of that, how much harder it was going to be.
Oh yeah, this is a mess. I do end up getting it with my 1 wild. Yay. So hopefully that is clear to everyone now.
After we figured it all out, I loved it. I thought this was a really, really fun scenario. I liked it, honestly, better than the first one. The first one was fun, but this one had more to it.
So you just used Storm's leadership ability.
Yes, moved Wolverine up. I wanted to make sure he got up there. So I used her leadership ability to kind of give him a boost. And then moving him up there. And I'm going to roll for it. I don't get it.
Those are super hard to get throughout the game. You're going to see that as a recurring theme for both people. All right, so Valkyrie, she's just going to go after that unregistered superhuman and put him back in his rightful place where he was supposed to be all along. Or she, we don't know. But they belong in jail, Nikki.
You have no sympathy, Andy. Okay.
So I'm rolling for access there because 2 power, and I get it. So I now control 2 of the security access. If I had somebody at the database, I would get the points at the end of the round if I was the only one contesting it.
That's a big if, Andy.
That is a big if.
All right, moving Beast up there. He's a wall crawler. Now he's going to try to roll for it.
And he's
he
going
doesn't
to
get it.
fail. Oh, Beast, you're so scientific-y. But you can't figure out how to do that. So sorry, my friend, so sorry. So Iron Man doing the rightful thing here, getting that unregistered superhuman. And he felt his duty was done for this round, or for this turn.
Okay, there's Enchantress. I feel like she's going to be really important this game. She's got a lot of tricks up her sleeve.
I should have nuked her from orbit. It would be the only way to make sure. Yeah, I knew she was going to be a troublesome person, and I was trying to figure out what the heck you were trying to do with her. So Taskmaster is my last person over there. And he's going to go up and help out his employer, Doctor Strange. They're just going to do a stare down. and that's the round. Again, so I actually control more security points, but I don't have anybody close enough to the database access. So no one gets those points, and that would be 3 points. So now it comes down to who has the most unregistered superhumans. And guess what? The good guys do, Nikki. So the good guys get 3 points this round, and the bad guys get 2.
Are they the good guys, though?
We are the righteous ones on the side of justice. And now we have to roll for all the unregistered superhumans we currently possess. And the dice roll depends on what happens here. I have it on the screen, what ends up, the results are. This is the cleanup phase. So I had 3 unregistered superhumans. Nikki had 2. So I had 3 rolls, she had 2. And again, you can see on the screen what the rolls mean. So that was a very interesting round 1.
Round 2. Okay, so I'm going to play Trip Up, which in my next attack, if I do any damage to Doctor Strange, he gets Stagger and Stun, I believe. So there's 3. This is Wolverine's Adamantium Slash. So you took 1 damage, and that's all it took.
Yeah. Did get power for that, though. Yay, shields.
Okay, so 2. Looks like you blocked that.
I did, yes.
And he did not get the security access point. That's really hard to get.
Yeah? So Toad is going now to help out his buddy Ironman over there. We need to try to grab that database access from Storm. Surely Ironman and Toad can take it from just mere Storm. We'll find out, though. So that was Toad's activation. Very exciting.
All right, well, let's see if we can make it more exciting for you, Andy. Here's Beast attacking Doctor Strange.
I don't know why, but I think I forgot about Ayabagamotto right now.
Okay, so he gets to push him, I believe, because he rolled a wild.
Yeah. No. You just use baser instincts. Your throw. You just threw it at the
Oh,
building.
that's right. Okay.
So I just slammed into the back of that truck. Hey, you got the access point.
Yay! All right, so I have an action left, so I'm going to use Acrobatic Strike on Taskmaster.
Wow.
Pretty good roll.
That's a really good roll. Luckily, Taskmaster has 6 stamina.
Yep, so 5 damage.
But ouch. I hate Beast. Big blue furry freak boy.
Stop, he's adorable.
No, he's not.
So sweet.
Alright, so Iron Man is going to do a repulsor blast to Storm. Now, because she is she's contesting that, and I'm using an energy attack, she rolls 1 less die, which is what happened here. She accidentally rolled too many dice. We realized that. She re-rolled, which is why we cut away there. So when you're contesting that security or the database access, and there's an energy attack, 1 less die. So I pushed her back, and now Storm's up again.
So Storm's just going to move right back up there. And use Lightning Bolt on Ironman. Wow, that was just incredibly bad.
Okay, so is mine. And again, since I'm contesting, I roll 1 less die. And that was an energy attack, obviously. So now Valkyrie's up. And I figure I gotta hit Enchantress before she starts doing really, really bad things to me. Because I knew she was gonna do really, really bad things to me. I mean, just look at her. She looks like she's scheming.
She's enchanting.
Yes. So now Valkyrie, gonna do a strike. Not a very good strike. I guess she was enchanting. Didn't pay for her to lose her mystical defense either, so... Or it's called enchanted. Her enchanted defense.
Okay, so Enchantress feels like she has better things to do, so she's going...
That was rude.
She's going to the other side, and she's going to use Siren's Call to get Iron Man down there. And I would like to take away his unregistered superhuman, but I'm out of power. So next time, Andy, next time.
So it says you. Yeah, you were just making sure that you're within range 1, because you have to be in range 1 to use that.
Amora's Kiss,
Yeah. So, it is now the Taskmaster's turn. There's not a whole lot he can do, but I thought do shield throw and get a ricochet. So that's what I'm going to do. Throw the shield at Beast. But you have to hit and get a wild for that to happen. So never mind. That was a joke. I'm going to try to get that access point. Wah wah. Nope.
All right, Black Widow, your job is to get this access point.
There's no one trying to get you right now.
This is your job, Black Widow. Oh, you had one job, Black Widow.
Oh, that's pathetic. So Doctor Strange, first thing you have to do is shake stagger, or remove stagger, I should say. So I do so. And I'm bleeding, and I'm already hurt pretty badly, so I figured the best thing to do is just to get rid of the bleed effect for now and rally the next round. So that's my hope. Here we are for the unregistered superhumans. Black Widow is stunned. Storm is stunned. Yeah, those were some feisty unregistered superhumans, because look, that's a third stun right there.
Toad is stunned.
Valkyrie takes the damage. Iron Man evidently had the one that was wanting to be there, because he gets 2 power from them. And that's the end of round 2.
Round 3. And of course, I'm starting with Enchantress. I believe you have a unregistered superhuman that belongs to me, Iron Man.
Must give.
And then I'm going to do Spurned Affection.
Pull yourself together, man. Just fight through it.
And I think he did. No damage, right? Because Iron Man has a ability. Yes. All right, we're going to try it again. And I got a wild, so that means I sap power.
I don't know about anybody else, but when I see blanks, I anxiously look at the character sheet to see, do they have an ability that allows blanks to be defensive? But very few people do, so...
All right, so I'm using Siren's Call to move Toad.
Enchantress is a pain in the bee.
I know. I love it.
Ugh. I hate Enchantress. All right, so this is my payback for what she's been doing. I bring up Valkyrie to take out Black Widow.
I can't believe you did that.
Now, Nikki actually did call me the B word here, which was hilarious. Actually, she was referring to Valkyrie, but I took it on me. So yeah, I charged attack Black Widow, but I am not having any luck with Valkyrie today. I tried just to grab that point. Nope.
Yeah, Valkyrie is one of my favorites, so...
And add insult to injury, you counter-strike me, but luckily, no damage.
Oh, counter-strike never does me any good, and I still keep trying.
I know. It's like the little engine that could, but really couldn't.
All right, Beast, Acrobatic Strike against Taskmaster. It's really hard to say Taskmaster, for me anyway. Maybe not for anyone else. So, was that 3?
Yes. You dazed him. Not even sticking around.
I'm moving over there to help Black Widow. Throwing Valkyrie into the building. How dare you attack Black Widow?
Looks like he figured out the computer machines because he just secured that.
Finally.
You press the big green button. Ah. All right, so bolts of bedevilment on Wolverine there. So you really got hit him hard. Because he hasn't gone yet, so he's going to heal too. So you have to hit him hard. That's a good hard hit-ish. But we did say she had cover because of the angle and everything going on. So I only did 1 point of damage, which basically means I did no damage because he's going to heal it on his turn.
Well, that's Storm's leadership ability too. Didn't he get cover from
Yeah,
that?
because of Storm, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. That's exactly why you got cover. So I go up there to try to grab the security access. Hey, I got it. The green button, Nikki. The green button.
All right. Well, Wolverine's coming back up, so you better watch out. The best at what I do. So Adamantium Slash, but wilds count as 2 successes.
Oh God, sorry, wisdom.
Ooh, I rolled a wild. So 2, 3, 4, 5.
I remembered. I have Eye of Agamotto.
So not quite as bad.
Well, you still pierced me,
bad.
so
Yeah.
it's still bad.
And I get it.
Yeah. You got it. So now it's Toad's turn. And he figures out that he's being played by her.
He has a name, Andy.
So he's going to use Spit Acid, and he's going to remove her enchanting. I don't know how he did it, but he did it. So she's rolling 1 die now. I'm sorry, 2 dice.
Yeah, usually she rolls 5 for her mystic.
And you're incinerated, so...
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, so... Yay! I hurt you.
Storm, Lightning Bolt on Ironman. And you blocked it.
Your lightning bolt game is weak.
She just missed. Give her another chance. She's using Eye of the Storm this time, so that adds 2 dice. It didn't do so well this time, Andy.
You mean you did way better? I didn't do so well.
That's what I said.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I'm shocked. Literally.
Okay, so Black Widow is getting rid of stun, and I'm trying to see if she can do anything to Valkyrie over there. And it looks like she can. So strike.
Again, I can't roll for anything with the Valkyrie right now.
So 2 damage.
2 damage, yeah. And that's the end of the round. Let's see how feisty those superhumans are at this point. Those unregistered superhumans, a.k.a. the criminals.
The misunderstood.
Criminals. All right, well, Black Widow ends up getting healed. That 1 point of damage I did is gone now. Enchantress gets 2 power. This is not going well for us now. And Storm, well, that's... Yay, I'm very happy for you, Nikki. Wow, I get stunned, and I take a damage. What a wonderful trade-off there. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
So, hey, I get first turn. And I'm going with Ironman here. He's got a little present for both Enchantress and Storm. Would you like to know what it is?
We're not accepting presents right now.
Oh, but this is something you can't say no to.
No, thank you.
Yes. So, I know one of you very astute people out there have noticed I'm rolling one too many dice. I am shocked right now. I apologize. I still fried the ever-living crap out of her with that roll. So, no harm, no foul? Question mark. Storm.
So Enchantress is dazed.
Enchantress is dazed. Storm took 1 damage. Again, I rolled too many dice. I am shocked. We're usually getting pretty good about marking those immediately, but... so I did an AI-enhanced Repulsor Blast on Storm. 1 more damage. So, not great. So, that was my bad.
All right, Storm versus Toad. Eye of the Storm with Lightning Bolt. Not very good.
Yeah.
You blocked it. Okay.
We're made of rubber, we toads. So non-conductive.
So, again, you blocked it.
But I am shocked.
Okay, and then I'm using Tempest. I just want to get him as far away from that access point as I can.
And by the way, I did grab that convict from Enchantress. So I do have that on Ironman. So now it's Valkyrie. Valkyrie, redeem yourself with a charged strike into Black Widow. Come on, here we go. Oh, that's a good roll. Stupid blanks. So I only do 2 damage here. And guess what? She does Counter-Strike, and guess what even more? It worked.
It worked, yay!
I was on 1 stamina, and she dazed me.
The whole time I'm like, crits and wilds, I'm rolling. Okay, so bitter rivals on Taskmaster. So that means Doctor Strange will roll one less attack and defense dice this round.
As long as I'm within...
Or whoever enemy character is within 3 of Taskmaster, I should say. All right, Adamantium Slash. Wolverine on Doctor Strange.
Horgus, Holy Wisdom!
2 so far. And you blocked it.
But you pierce, so I took a damage.
Oh, that's right. And I'm smelling blood, apparently.
You smell blood.
Huh. So 3. Well, you didn't roll very well, so.
I have Agamotto!
Ah, stupid Eye of Agamotto. Yeah, that was better.
That was way better, yeah. You're welcome. But Berserker Barrage still throws me back. For some reason, you didn't want me next to that security console.
I wonder why.
I don't know. What do you know about technology?
A lot, apparently.
I guess so. He rolled pretty well. All right, so now it's Taskmaster, and I'm using my Defender's ability, and I'm going to mystically empower this strike. Now, I do apologize, the video messed up, but I did end up doing 4 damage, and Wolverine is hexed. So that was a really good hit. That is actually the roll right there, though it's really hard to see, I imagine. So now I'm going to just do another sword strike, not mystically empowered, but I'm sorry, not sword strike, mnemonic technique. And good hit, but even better roll when it comes down to it. So I am going to go for that access point. Hey, I got it. Taskmaster's a techie too.
Okay, so I guess
you grab the superhuman there.
Yeah, and that's all I wanted to do.
All right, it's Doctor Strange. Hello there.
Please don't tell me he's going after Beast.
He is, and guess what? I'm cheating again. I forget to roll 1 less dice on my attack. So I'm using the Crimson Bands of Sidorak, and looky there. Oh, I just activated you. Boop, boop, boop. Yes. Yes. You Stars and Garter that, beastie boy. Oh, so bad, so sad. This is what happens, though, when you glow people. She made me re-roll.
Yeah, I didn't really know that this card was so great, but it is. Sorry, Andy.
I'm not sure if I was allowed to do an Eye of Agamotto there. I just realized that. Yeah, this was a gut punch. It's not like this would have made a huge difference in the game. It just hurt really, really badly.
Yeah, because you made that perfect roll.
On my first try.
All right, so moving Beast up there. And I don't know why. I think I forgot to that I had an attack, but I did roll for that and I got it.
Yeah, Doctor Strange was wide open there. All right, so now Toad jumping up. What's up, Storm? Hey, guess what?
Storm doesn't want to know. She says go away.
No. You're going to love this joke. Knock, knock.
No, not answering.
Knock, knock.
Not answering.
You're not stealth, first of all. Tongue lash to the face. That's who's there. You fell for my cunning plan, evidently. Because I just dazed you. And I'm going to grab that sweet, unregistered superhuman with my tongue. So, and that's the round. Yeah. That was pretty action-packed. The good guys starting to make a comeback. How do you feel about that, Nikki?
I feel like like you're not the good guys.
That would make you the good guys, and that obviously cannot be correct because you're breaking the law. That's right, no comment, people. No comment. Here we go into round 5. All right, I have a plan, and that plan means giving doomed prophecy to Taskmaster, so we'll see what happens here.
Okay, so Enchantress is going to use Amora's Kiss again to get that unregistered superhuman back from Ironman.
Seriously?
Yeah,
Again?
seriously. So, what? And now she's going to use the attack Enthrall, which is a mystic attack. Not bad. I really feel like Enchantress, what makes her so great are those abilities like Amora's Kiss and Siren's Call. Her attacks are fine, but wow.
Yeah, you've used them to great effect in this game.
Yeah, she's really fun to play.
Yeah, so you just KO'd Iron Man right there.
Sorry, Iron Man.
No, you're not.
Sorry, not sorry.
He is a force of freedom and justice, and you just took him out. So, oh yeah, now you're using Siren's Call on Toad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so?
Copycat a little bit? Actually, no, not copycat. Deja vu a little bit, I guess, more like it.
I mean, it works. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
I mean, that's exactly why you bring her. And that's exactly why I knew I should have taken her out faster. So, lesson learned. So, I don't want to miss my opportunity. Taskmaster is very vulnerable with Doomed Prophecy. So, he's going to attack next. And I'm going for Wolverine with my Sword Strike. He's pretty badly hurt. I feel like I can take him out this round. I'm hoping I can do that just with this roll, but that's not looking likely. So yeah, I only end up doing 1 point of damage to him. I think I need to do 2. So.
Oh yeah, that's because and I couldn't use the card for Wolverine.
Yes, because you only had 1 power.
I only had 1 stamina left, so it wouldn't have worked.
Oh, so sorry.
You don't sound very sorry, Andy.
Sorry, not sorry. All right, so now I'm using Mystic Empowerment on a shield throw. I'm pretty sure I can take him out with this throw, and I'm hoping for the ricochet, which I just got. And that Ricochet obviously is going to go into Beast. So here we go. I just dazed Wolverine. And dice were not with me. It doesn't matter when you roll that badly either because of stupid Stars and Garters, which I knew she was going to use anyways. I'd like to point out Beast has not been scratched.
Does Beast actually say Stars and Garters? Is that
Oh
what he
my
does?
Stars and Garters.
Did he do that in the animated one?
In the animated,
because I don't remember that. I watched the animated one, so.
Yeah, no, he says it.
I love that. Sounds like something my grandma would say.
Exactly. So now Beast is going for Taskmaster.
All right, Beast, show me what you got.
Orgothory Wisdom is what I've got.
So 1, 2, 3. Looks like you blocked it. Okay, so acrobatic strike. 3, you blocked 1. Are you taking it?
I don't remember.
Let's find out. You're thinking. I'll bet you're thinking about it.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, that was so much better, Andy.
Oh, yeah, I did it all. And then you threw me.
Just like Beast should. Good job, Beast.
Off the building.
Okay, yeah. I always get so confused about, because I wanted to throw him into something, and Andy's like, you can throw him into that. It didn't seem right to me, but apparently it was.
Yeah, it's the first thing he intercepts. All right, so Valkyrie, round 3, I think this is on Black Widow, have not been very successful attacking her. That's a much better. I went all out on this one. Well, by all that I mean Dragon Fang. So, take that, Black Widow.
That was pretty good.
It's about time. And I got the access point, so yay. If anything, that's going to frustrate you.
Well, I was definitely frustrated, but then again, I did daze, or did I knock him out, Doctor Strange?
No, he's not knocked out.
Oh, okay. I thought he was. All right, Storm versus Toad. I have the Storm Lightning Bolt. So 2 extra dice. Storm has not been rolling well this game, I have to say. I love Storm, but seemed like I didn't roll very well when it was her turn.
So I'm using Slippery to move. Get closer.
Like the slippery little
Yeah,
so-and-so you are.
Yes. And that did give me cover. Pushed me back, but that's fine. Oh, you dazed me. That's right. You ended up dazing me and I dropped both my people, but you didn't have the range to get them.
I didn't have the range. I don't even think I had the power. I'm not sure.
Yeah, so those people are out and are just going to sit there. Man, this is an endurance match. I can't remember the last time we went 6 rounds. So I'm going to start with Toad, and he's going to grab those 2 unregistered superhumans there. And he's going to run. I find no shame in this. He's just going to skedaddle out of there.
I don't blame you, Toad.
Hop! He's going to hop first, and then he's just going to get the heck out of Dodge. I mean, really, you took out Taskmaster and Doctor Strange. I've got... Oh, and not Taskmaster, Ironman in Doctor Strange. I'm sure you're about ready to take out Taskmaster.
All right, Wolverine versus Taskmaster. Berserker Barrage. So 4. Oh, that's right. You have your, what is it called?
Doomed Prophecy. So yeah, with Berserker Barrage, you threw me against the wall. That took out my last damage.
All right, then I'm using Best at What I Do to charge at Valkyrie. Wilds count says 2 successes, so 3, 4. You block 1.
You did 3. So not enough to take her out. Now I have a last desperation move here. I'm going to try to take out Beast. I am throwing everything into this one. So this is a charge strike to begin with. Tried to build up a little bit of power here. Finally rolling decent, but again, this is complete BS fighting Beast. At least when Nikki's playing Beast. Because guess what she's gonna do?
Stars and Garters.
Ugh, I so hate that.
Oh, my Stars and Garters.
I'm gonna show you some Stars and Garters.
Oh, really?
I don't really know how, but I will. So, of course, she rolls 2 flippin' crits right there. Ugh.
It's okay, Andy.
Warrior of Legend, Dragon Fang. And I totally botch it. It's so annoying. Oh, gosh. Stars and Garters again. Shocking.
I mean, I have it. Why not use it?
I think Beast took like 2 or 3 damage max this entire game.
It's true. He did not get hardly any damage.
Oh, but you didn't get the access point.
Oh, man.
I control 2 of them.
Yeah, so let's see what I can do here. That's what made this game difficult, is having to roll. It was only crits and wilds that counted, and then having to have somebody on the other side who could basically activate it.
So you KO'd her, you grabbed my 2 people, 15 to 16.
That was close.
Super close.
And as usual, we will be having our after action report, but this one will be a little bit different. Not only will we be talking about the game, but also the Civil War comic. So we invite you to join us for that.
So let's talk really briefly about the match. Super brutal, super long.
I thought it was really fun, though. I liked that different little twist that it had. It was just kind of, it made the game a lot harder to get points. So even if you felt like you were doing really well, everything had to fall into place.
Yeah, and that was very, for this being the first time we played through it, literally, we didn't have a practice game here. That was a little stressful for me because I wasn't sure the best way to go about hitting the left and right side and maintaining both, especially with only 5 people. Who were the best people to do that with, and who were the best people you were going to use, and how I was going to counter that. So overall, I felt it was semi-even, though going against Enchantress in this kind of mission is super hard.
Yeah, and that's kind of like, as long as we did everything correctly, which it took us a couple of turns before we were like, okay, we think we've got this. But I basically wanted Storm over there on the building to be the person that would get the points if we had all the, the databases?
Yeah, the access points in the database.
Yeah, if we had all the access points taken, or at least 2 out of 3. So I thought Wolverine and Beast in the middle, and I was hoping Black Widow over there and you would leave her alone. And then Enchantress was going to be kind of like wherever she was needed. So I kind of put her up the middle, and then I felt like she was needed over there where Iron Man was and Toad.
So what was super frustrating for me was I was going to annoy you by taking out Black Widow in round 3. And she didn't get taken out till round 5, so that was frustrating.
That was a good plan, though. I was like, "Oh no, he's taking Valkyrie over there."
It was funny what she said. If you had the audio on, and we shared that with everyone, that was hilarious.
It just felt like poor little Black Widow going up against Valkyrie was not fair at all.
Yeah, well, you kicked her butt instead, so.
I don't think so, but you were rolling pretty badly on her.
I was rolling horribly.
Yeah, kind of like I was rolling for Storm, so.
But yeah, this is one we definitely, I want to play again. Not next, obviously, but I want to do this one again.
Yeah.
Just as a one-off, so you can kind of expect to see that in the future. I want to play around with it a little bit more, see what we can do with other characters that we weren't restricted to. So, yeah, that was fun. But talking a little bit more about the Civil War, we were getting to the point of the storyline. When you're only talking about a 3-part battle right here, you kind of have to push through the actual comic book storyline pretty quick. And what we were hitting here was the idea of the villains working for both sides at this point, because you had Enchantress. Obviously, I had people like Taskmaster and things like that. They're working for the sides that you wouldn't expect them to be on. And in the comics, that was kind of a pivotal moment, especially for Spider-Man. Again, if you've never read the comics, Spider-Man announced his identity at the very beginning, and then, for the most part, he was hunted by supervillains through a good portion of it, and they almost killed him. And actually, who saved his butt?
The Punisher.
The Punisher saved his butt. So, and that was hilarious too, because all the heroes were like, "No, not him."
Yeah, Captain America was like, not. He's like, no, we can't. The Punisher was going to he's going to use his experience, his military experience, to get into the prison where their friends were being held and get them the plans so that they could get in and basically break them out.
Correct. So, but in the process, again, it was 2 B-list heroes, or villains. It was the Jester and Jack-O-Lantern, and Punisher killed both of them and saved Spider-Man, who was on death's door. That picture from Seeing Red, that actually is, I think, inspired by Civil War, and that should be the Punisher holding a very beaten, broken Spider-Man there. So,
yeah.
And then we kind of fast forward a little bit in the storyline, and this came to the big battle at the Stark Factory, where Captain America's forces took on Iron Man's forces, and you were introduced to a character named Ragnarok. And Ragnarok is a clone of Thor, and he does something very bad. He ends up killing Bill Foster, a.k.a. Goliath.
I think that happened before. That's what made Spider-Man switch sides.
I'm sorry, you're right. You're right.
I just reread it today because I knew that we were going to talk about it a little bit. So I was kind of fascinated by that whole story. They read from the Fantastic Four, right? Cloned Thor. Everybody thought Thor was dead, and maybe he is. I don't know.
He kind of is. Ragnarok has already happened in this storyline.
Okay. So they clone Thor, but it's not really Thor. It doesn't have Thor's sympathy or empathy or his reasoning, really. So Thor ends up killing Goliath. So I didn't even know who that was.
It's Ragnarok. The character's name is Ragnarok. It's not
okay.
Thor. So, yeah. If you've seen the Ant-Man and Wasp, that is... oh, gosh, I can't think of the actor's name now. Hold on. Lawrence Fishburne's character in the Ant-Man and Wasp, he's another giant person in the series. And again, like you said, I got that a little bit backwards. So yeah, Ragnarok kills him, and that basically that's the line that cannot be crossed, or that got crossed that no one can go back over anymore in the storyline.
So Spider-Man decides to change sides, and I was just kind of like, whoa. Because Iron Man just went after him immediately, and then they, sick all these criminals on him.
Yes.
So at that point of the story, I'm kind of definitely sympathizing more with the unregistered side, because I'm like, the registered side is getting shadier and shadier.
Yeah.
They're cloning people. They've got all these criminals involved.
But nay, Nikki. Do recall what happens afterwards. In the event that ends up getting the Punisher kicked out of the Renegades, some supervillains decide to join their side. Mm-hmm. And it's King Cobra, and I can't remember who the other person was. And as soon as they we're going to join you because now we can do bad things legally, Punisher shoots and kills them, and then
Captain America beats the crap out of Captain America, out of the Punisher. I'm sorry.
Who does not fight back because he won't fight.
Because he has so much respect for Captain America, but it was kind of sad.
It was. So, and it's a side of Captain America he kind of broke, I think, a little bit too, because he was willing to do things normally he wouldn't. He would never normally let the Punisher be on their side. He maybe understands what the Punisher's doing, but he doesn't respect it, and he doesn't condone it.
Yeah,
maybe that's a better word. He doesn't condone it.
Both sides at this point in the story are just starting to get more and more losing their focus, losing their morality, their ethics. So it's pretty interesting to see it all kind of unravel, which I think at this point we had talked about Doctor Strange.
Yep.
In the comic. He did not pick a side because he went off to his fortress in the North Pole or something.
Yeah, his sanctum in the North Pole.
And was fasting and basically refused to be on his side.
Same thing with the X-Men.
Same thing. X-Men said, you know what, we're staying out of this.
You never helped us before, so why should we help you?
And Doctor Strange's was more noble. He said both sides are not wrong, you just have to look at it from different perspectives, which I think was just awesome because that's life. Because Doctor Strange could have just stopped it. He
could have. They basically said you could have actually stopped this before it started, but that's not what he does. That's not his purpose. So
in our game, we thought if the X-Men did decide to join, then perhaps Doctor Strange would have joined as well on the other side to even it out more.
Right. This is why you don't see Hulk, and this is during the Planet Hulk era, which is why Hulk is not involved. Ragnarok has happened, so that's why Thor's not involved. And then they took out the other big players, like the X-Men and Doctor Strange. And like I was telling Nikki, why the X-Men cannot be in the story is a whole other conversation. But you have to understand, they are the nuclear option. The X-Men are way more powerful than any other superhero in the comics. And that may be controversial. People may disagree with that. But there is a lot of arguments to be made for why they would have turned the tide way faster than they should have. Or than it would have, I should say.
Yeah. And if you're listening at this point and you disagree with Andy, leave a comment.
Yeah, I'm open to it. So that's where we're at in the storyline. We have part 3 coming up. So our question to you, too, we have another one for you. We have, obviously, part 3, and that will end this 4-part series. We are thinking about doing a prologue. Is that something everyone is interested in seeing? What happens after the Civil War? Again, we don't know how this is going to end yet. We haven't played that game yet. That's actually the next game tomorrow we're going to be playing. So that will ultimately decide how this turns out. But do you want to see kind of or is it prologue or epilogue, Nikki? That happens after. It's epilogue. I'm sorry.
Epilogue.
It's an epilogue. I apologize.
Yes.
So if you want to see an epilogue to this story, let us know in the comments. We're interested in doing it, but we don't know if there's any fatigue after seeing these same forces played week after week for the last few weeks. So
yeah, we could take a break, go back to normal.
Yeah, but we've got some good stuff coming up. And we're not going to spoil that right now, but I think you'll enjoy it. If you're enjoying these videos, I think you're really going to enjoy those future ones. And until then, we will see you next week for the exciting conclusion of Civil War.